Welcome to this week's Trading Edge video. Before we get into things, I want to remind you guys, lots of daily updates here on the YouTube channel, so make sure you're subscribed. That way you don't miss a thing. All right, let's hop into the video. So we're going to start this week with the euro dollar, and you can see that price has recently broken out of a previous level of consolidation with a nice little sideways channel going here. Then we ended the week with a lower low, lower close beneath our green VS1 level. We also had a nice rejection right above the 106 even handle and a 3-bar reversal, retracing us back into that previous level of structure support. Now, this may scream trend continuation trade to you, but if you take a look at the higher time frame, remember, we always want to have that perspective before we go into a trade. There's really not much here on the daily that says we're likely to continue lower. So for me personally, I want to take that out of the equation until we do get some higher time frame proof. So what we do have here is a potential advanced pattern formation setting up. Just like last week's video, we have a lot of patterns setting up in the market. We're not going to take a look at all of them this week, but if you are familiar with them, keep your eye out for them. This is going to be another cipher pattern with our X to A being right here, our first retracement being our A to B, this extension breaking structure to the downside being our B to C, and if price action travels back up to our 786 Fibonacci retracement right at the very beginning of our red VS1 level, that's the structure zone at the top of the range, that is going to give us a bearish cipher completion where we're looking for a short entry. Next up is going to be the dollar yen. This is actually a trade I lost on this past week. We had a nice little double top here at our VS1 level of structure resistance. You can see double top right at the, not the very highs, but right in the higher part of this VS1 zone. Went sideways, ended up breaking up to the upside, took a loss on the trade, right? You can see that loss also violated our structure zone to the upside. So if I zoom out a little bit, you'll see that that VS1 level to that level of structure resistance is right here. We did get a higher high, higher close on top of that, and a higher high, higher close beyond the level of structure allows me to make the prediction that price is likely to go higher. So it's always interesting when you get one trade or one trading signal followed by another one, because, well, a lot of the times emotions take place of the technicals, and what that means is that, you know, instead of reviewing the chart and seeing what's happening and making your decisions based off of what price action is doing, what happens most of the time is that so many traders rely on their emotions, where they are happy about a previous winning trade, so they want to do one thing, or in this particular case, oh, I'm sad that I got stopped out, so I want to get revenge on the market and go the opposite direction, or I'm sad that I got stopped out and now I'm scared to take the next trade, right? Emotions play a major role in trading. And if you want to hear a great discussion on trading emotions and how to handle them, how to, I don't want to say get rid of them, but disconnect from them in your trading, make sure you go back and watch this past week's episode of the Trader Coffee Break, where me and Jason Greystone had an excellent conversation on the matter. It was actually so good that we blew through our allotted time without even covering everything we wanted to. But head over to the Trader Coffee Break channel, or head to the playlist here on my YouTube channel and check it out. It's a really good discussion. But we have a higher high, higher close. You can see price action retrace back into this level of structure. And when we go down to the lower time frame, a 60-minute chart, you're going to see a very nice structure shelf right here. And I'll take you down to that hourly right now. Right, so you can see price action coming down to this previous level of structure, a nice level. We're starting to kind of level off a little bit from our initial steepish slope. You can see wicks on the downside showing us that buying pressure is starting to kind of show their hand in the market. This is a good pullback opportunity, right? A good chance to look for a long. And if we go back to our higher time frame, our ultimate destination for this long is going to be our next level of structure. So if I zoom out a little bit, right, a conservative level is going to be right in here, the bottom. I'll draw this in right here. The bottom of this zone, that's going to be about 135.75s. And ultimately, the bigger level, I'm not going to go towards the higher VS1 level, but rather the consolidation period before this elephant candle looking left at about 137 even. I haven't done this yet, but let's actually see if there's any Fibonacci confluence here, since we do have this leg. If I take a Fibonacci extension from my swing low to my swing high, it looks like a 127 right at that smaller zone. 127 extension right at 135.50, so a little bit before that smaller zone, and a 1618 a little bit higher at the 136 even handle as well. So certainly things that we can put into play when we're looking at where to take potential targets. But for the weekend video, trying to keep it short and simple, pullback trading opportunity, bullish pullback trading opportunity here on the dollar yen. Next up is going to be the pound Canada. We're going to be on the 4 hour. Not going to spend too much time on this one, but if you've been paying attention to the daily videos that I've been loading up, this was one that I did, I want to say midweek, either Wednesday or Thursday, talking about the descending triangle that is here. We have one here on the 4 hour, and if we bump up to the daily, we have another one. But just to follow up on this pattern for you guys that have been tracking it, right? We did get a third touch at our previous level of structure support. We started to rally off that again, and you can see the pattern has continued continuously or consistently putting in, at least at this point, higher lows, right? So I bring this up because this would be an opportunity for someone that wants to get involved in advance of the break, which is before. Obviously, there's 3 ways to enter a breakout, in my opinion: before, during, and after. If you're someone that's looking to get involved in advance of the break, this is going to be a great opportunity to get involved right in this level. Stops can go above these highs because, again, if you're right in this prediction, right, price shouldn't, well, technically price shouldn't clear these highs, but price shouldn't clear this level once you get your reversal signal. And then you can set yourself up for a trading opportunity to the low side. And again, we had predicted about 59 even, or 159. So you can see there's going to be an incredible risk reward on this opportunity, even if you go above the previous high right here. Oh, sorry, things are all messing up. But even if you go above the previous high right here, you're going to get an incredible risk reward. If you're someone that's more conservative, taking a risk reward like that, maybe take a partial out at the lows, still going to have a pretty good trading opportunity. And again, if you want more details on this trade, just make sure you check out the video that I put up midweek here on the YouTube channel. Speaking of midweek videos, another one that we did was here on the Dixie, the dollar index. If you guys remember this was a high and tight flag, one of the best technical patterns to trade in the market. A little clearer on the daily chart. We went down to the 4 hour. You can see that we had our breakout right here. We had our pullback right here, and boom, we extended right to that 127 level, kind of the low point. 104.50 is the most conservative point of our predictive zone. But with that being said, we did have some higher predictions as well, right? We had the high point at about 105, and then the ultimate destination being about 105.50. So if you're someone that still predicts that we have room to go higher here on the Dixie, guess what? We ended the week with a nice pullback into level of structure, right? This zone right here is the zone that you should be paying attention to for your entries. If you do get something in here, again, stops, in my opinion, if I can get this thing working, should be below that zone, right? Anything below this level, and you know you're wrong for sure. And just like the pound Canada in the last thing we looked at, you can take a conservative target or move stops to break even on a retest of the highs here, and or I guess look for that extension up to your ultimate destination, whether that be 105 even or 105 half. So there's a lot of content being uploaded to the YouTube channel on a regular basis. You can check it out in the most recent updates playlist. Again, there are Trading Coach podcasts, there are Trader Coffee Break discussions, and there are daily videos just on trading breakdowns and analysis that we're doing in our live sessions. You can also click the Shorts tab right here. Lots of short, quick trading tips aimed to help you, not just in trading, but in other aspects of your life as well. Make sure you check it out. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. That way you don't miss the most recent upload.